Well, buongiorno, rock stars. We're back in Italy on today's episode of LA's Adventures, exploring the bustling city of Florence, Italy. We're here to check out the culture, famous landmarks, and as always, good eats. So I'll cut the jibber jabber and get right into it, starting with the views of Florence from our Airbnb patio. This is the top floor, a lounge area, bonus room space. This condo was stacked high with 1 or 2 rooms per floor. There are 3 bedrooms, a living room space with a full kitchen, as well as this bonus room with jaw-dropping views. Somewhere along the way, I lost the footage of the rest of this quirky condo rental I wish I could show you. We're just going to have to skip straight to the terrace. Later, I'm going to have to point out some historic landmarks you can see from our patio. We made it a point to spend most of our evenings out here. We visited Florence in July, and most of the days it was smoldering. It was in the 80s and 90s, but when the sun went down, the summer heat was a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more bearable, and we were able to spend several hours up on the terrace. Seriously, I have never seen views like this before. Those mountains in the background and being surrounded by gorgeous architecture that is several centuries old, it's hard to put these feelings into words. There's just nothing like that in the United States. And don't let me get on my soapbox now, but here we go. Looking at how other people live and share culture and run a country, not that Italy has everything figured out, but visiting other places has made me think about other perspectives. After going to Europe, I found myself asking, do we have to do things this way? Isn't there another way? Why isn't architecture in our country anywhere as aesthetically pleasing? Why do we pump our bodies with so much processed foods? I need a garden over here, y'all. Italians don't pay for healthcare? Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have the worst healthcare out of all developed countries? There's got to be a better way. Oftentimes when I voice that fact, I am met with, yeah, people don't want to change, but change is inevitable. And creating stagnant systems also changes things. It often benefits people who are already benefiting and leaves others to even further detrimental states of existing. There's got to be another way. We just need a new perspective on things. And speaking of other perspectives, I love the design choice on the stairwell here. They don't make them like this back in the States, y'all. At least not in my neck of the woods. Let's go check out Florence nightlife. Now, our evening escapades included after dinner desserts. And if we were in the States, we would end up with a skillet cookie or a lava cake. But when you're in Italy, you go for gelato. There's basically a gelato shop almost on every corner in Venice. And did you know gelato was invented in Italy? The story goes Bernardo Buontalenti created gelato in the 16th century right here in Florence. We grabbed some delicious appetizers at a restaurant on the Arno River, and we stumbled across front row seats to some sort of canoeing event. We were fully immersed in Italian culture in the heart of Florence. Before we dive into some fabulous meals, let's take a moment to name this famous landmark. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. The Ponte Vecchio! Comment below if you named it before I finished my countdown. Alright, it's time to get into some fresh Italian cuisine, starting with this beautiful charcuterie board loaded with assorted cheeses and cured meat. For one of my dinners, I had a rich and creamy truffle risotto, and of course, I couldn't resist fangirling over these incredible fresh sandwiches at All'Antico Venaio. Are you ready to explore the best sandwich shop in the world? Yes, I'm willing to put my life on that. Let's go check it out. See, look, Arby's ain't got nothing on this place. Oh, Subway? Thank you for entering the competition. But we all know Europe considers your bread some sort of cake and not bread, so you can go sit down. Thank you for trying. That's right, rock stars. It's time for a behind-the-scenes look at sandwich perfection. The owner himself, Tommaso Mazzanti, is here to show us how these legendary Sammys are stacked to perfection. Oh wow, did you see that burrata mozzarella shell burst? Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. My mouth is watering.
Mamma mia, e pinoli. Questa è una schiacciata che ha una qualità veramente pazzesca. Filino d'olio, foglioline di basilico. No, questa è una schiacciata. Senti il profumo? Ragazzuoli, diamogli un nome a questa schiacciata, ma è di una qualità pazzesca.
Madonna, si brucia.
I'm not even sponsored, but I'm saying the best sandwiches in the world are at Alentejo Venayo. Oh, pop quiz. What's that bridge called? I spy with my little eye another famous landmark. Can you guys name this one? Time to name this famous landmark. Ready? 3, 2, 1. If you guessed the Uffizi Gallery, you got it. We're headed inside soon to check out some incredible artwork. Here's another view of the Uffizi Gallery. Before long, we're going to be up there taking in some iconic masterpieces, including these stunning ceiling frescoes. Can you believe that Alessandro Allori climbed up scaffolding between 1580 and 1581 and hand-painted all of these bright, lively frescoes, and we're still able to admire this work to this day? Mankind's work is rarely saved for such a long period of time. I feel like a time traveler here. All right, rock stars, can you name this famous piece of art? Whenever I was growing up, my aunt had a shower curtain with this image on it, so I'm very familiar with this one. Yeah, it's Sandro Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. All right, I'll stop with the quizzes for now. I'll give you a little bit of a brain break. I'll just start labeling these famous places and artwork. To be honest, The Birth of Venus is probably the only one I could identify in Florence before taking this trip. Traveling to Italy has been a dream come true. A once-in-a-lifetime experience. I love traveling and making this type of content. And if you've made it this far in my video, I guess you're not having too bad of a time on my channel. You can support me by giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Okay, now where are we? David, you ain't being slick. Don't dare try and cop a field. Just kidding. Not that illusionist found on the Epstein list now. We're actually talking about Michelangelo's David. Michelangelo famously said, "I saw an angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." In all seriousness, I am amazed at the precision to detail. Look at the veins that he was able to sculpt into this marble. Starting in 1501, Michelangelo spent 3 whole years creating this sculpture. To be honest, Michelangelo's given some funky vibes around here too. Did you know that the David was supposed to be a depiction of a 13-year-old boy? Ugh, moving on. We're at Gatto's Bell Tower. Did you know that campanile means bell tower in Italian? You see this big dome-shaped building over here? That is the cathedral. You didn't know you'd be getting some Italian lessons today, but Duomo means cathedral in English. I was about to describe it as the Duomo Cathedral, but that would just kind of be saying cathedral. This is the Duomo of Firenze. The Duomo's exterior is decorated by marble panels. Beginning in the 15th century, the dome alone took hundreds of years to construct. Could you imagine starting a project that you knew was going to take 100 or more years to finish? All the marble statues on the building have wrinkles in their clothes. The attention to detail is breathtaking and seems to go on forever. Truly one of a kind. Hey, stick around for the end of the video and I'll point out the Duomo from our rooftop. Oh, hey, you're still here. Do you remember what the name of this bridge is? It's gonna be ingrained in your membrane by the end of this video. The famous Ponte Vecchio walking bridge does not even allow cars to drive through it. It is strictly for pedestrians, and it has a lot of different retail stores for antiques and jewelry shops. The next thing I want to show you is this garden peeking out from behind the Ponte Vecchio. That's the Palazzo Pitti. It's apparently a huge palace with an even bigger garden. Here's an old-timey map that I found of the garden itself. I had no clue all of this was hiding behind that big building. It's open to the public and I never even got to step inside. One day when I go back to Florence, I'm gonna have to check this place out. After admiring some of the most legendary artwork in history, it's only fair that we add our own masterpiece to the mix by turning ourselves into the art. Move over, Michelangelo. We're about to serve some Renaissance realness at the Selfie Museum in Florence. And for this portion of the video, it's a competition. We have to find out who did it better.
Round 1. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. Final round.
Josh titled this masterpiece The Backrooms. I was gonna go with Freshly Washed and Ready for Chaos, but hey. And my final piece is titled Caution May Cause Traffic Jams. Alright, rock stars, the battle of the selfies is on. Drop your vote in the comments. Who took the crown in each round? I promise I'm not a sore loser, so if you think Josh crushed it, just know I'll only cry a little. And that's a wrap on our Florence adventure. From iconic landmarks to mouth-watering meals, we soaked it all in. I had a blast recreating this trip with the footage we took. Thanks for coming along on our Italian adventures. I try to post a new video every week, and last week I outed myself as a Disney adult. I ended up having some tech struggles with uploading, so I had to re-upload it a day later, and it kind of messed up my algorithm. But hey, no biggie. You can still check that epic Disney park adventure out. In just 1 week, we made unforgettable memories, and I even went full A to Z with the moments I captured. If you're curious about Disney from someone else's perspectives, hit up that video next. We explored these landmarks by day, and now I'll leave it to you to see if you can recognize them at night. Catch you next time, rock stars! And as you search, I'm gonna rock us on out of here with this outro. Don't forget to like and subscribe, yeah. 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 Like and subscribe, yeah.